Hi, my name is Jamie Sechrist. I'm going to be doing Module 10, helping students realize their learning norms. First is relationships. Building a strong relationship with my students, I feel, is one of the most important as a teacher. I think making sure that my students feel that they are valued and loved, that they are part of the class and not just a body in the classroom, that someone actually cares that they're there every day. I will make sure that I show them that I am interested in, not only their learning, but their hobbies and family. Like, what kind of things do you like to do outside the classroom? Or what kind of things do you like to do with your family? I think that's very important to know. I feel that it's important to build a strong relationship with others in the school building that make an impact on their educational learning. Not only just the teacher in the classroom that they are in, but also, like the janitors, the kitchen staff, principals, other teachers. They all have an impact on their educational learning, and I think it's important to build those relationships with them as well. Next is relevance. As assignments, I'm giving my students relevant to their needs. Will my assignments benefit my students in the future? I think making sure that my students understand the long-term goal. This is where we want to get at the end. Why are we doing this? I think is very important. Finding assignments that are beneficial for them to know. What kind of assignments will benefit them in their future classes or future learning that they will be doing? Find assignments that meet their interests of the students. They're looking back at their interest by building those relationships, finding assignments that they will be more passionate about and be able to do a little bit better. Giving feedback to the students, I think, is very relevant. Giving them constant feedback and saying, okay, let's look at this, or your assignments are doing well, letting them know exactly how they're doing and why are we doing this to benefit us in the future. Time. Time is a pace of the class, student or teacher based. While I'm creating my lessons, I like to make sure that I am meeting the needs of my slower paced learners and my faster paced learners. Kind of do this through differentiation, making sure that we are not moving the slower paced learners too fast, but also not allowing my fast paced learners to move too fast also, by making them reflect and go back and dig a little deeper. Letting my students learn at their own pace on some projects. Project-based learning is great about this. They can kind of take an idea and kind of work at their own pace and trying to figure out the problem solving. Timing. The timing, sequence, and length will influence student learning. I will have a pacing guide available so the students know what to expect. A timeline, giving the student deadlines and they can follow when they're doing their group activities. Allowing them, always letting them know, okay, this is what step we do first, this is what we do next. When is this due before this next step goes through, so they know kind of a guide what to be going on, and it's not just all on them. Play. Students will explore, make mistakes, and learn from activities they have done. I like to do a lot of readers theater. I think it's a great way to work on fluency and confidence, and they just love doing this in the classroom by presenting different plays while they're learning. Lots of hands-on activities, using manipulatives for math, building projects. I like to do lots of poster boards, graphic designs, and project-based learning. We do a lot of that where they just give them an idea and then they come up with their own learning path and how to do it in the classroom. Practice. Practice and learn to look deeper into their learning. I think practice is very important. I allow time to work. I think, a lot of time practicing just what we're working on over and over will help them retain the information that is given. Problem solving, lots of feedback from the teacher. Practice till mastery is accomplished. I think that is very important. Next is choice. The choice to decide what, when, and how they would like to learn. I will teach my students different strategies that they can use throughout different ideas. I let them pick the strategies they feel is best. I give them different projects to choose from, and sometimes I let them choose their own partners. I think having a choice, they feel like they're a little bit more part of the class and a little bit more in charge of what they are learning. Authenticity. The students need to see the reason or outcomes of the assignments that they are doing. how it relates to their real life and future success. Student-led learning, problem solving, real life connections, and emotional learning, I think all play a part in this. The project-based learning, they're again looking back, student-led learning. They're learning at the pace that they want to. Problem solving, trying to take the ideas that they have and trying to figure out how it relates to them in their real life and their future success, and relating it to real life connections and their emotional learning. Challenging the students at the level that they're at. Differentiated instruction, working with your lower learners as long as your higher learners, kind of striving to make it more challenging for your higher learners. Problem solving, doing STEAM projects, and also project-based learning. Finally, the application, having the students be able to apply the knowledge that they have learned in real-life situations, having lessons based on real-life skills that they can use in the future, community involvement, community service, and skills to be successful adults. I think it's very important to be able to, when they leave your classroom, how they are going to act out in the community and how they are going to be successful as adults. Here's my reference. So standard correlation. In this assignment, it looked like I looked at how the students' norms help students engage in learning to better their future success. The 10 norms is a way to help students meet their future success. As a teacher, when planning lessons, we should be looking at these 10 norms to help us guide our lessons. We are designing lessons to help students be successful in the future, and building strong relationships and communications will help students and teachers be successful and help build future relationships. Relevant. I felt this assignment was very relevant to me as a teacher. I'm always trying to build relationships with my students to make school fun for them and make it meaningful. The way you present information and make it real life to them is the more they learn from it. As teachers, we are the ones that help mold our future leaders. We need to show and teach them the importance of life and the skills that they need to be successful. So reflection. So as a future leader, I know how important it is for us to teach meaningful lessons. We are not benefiting our students if we do not have lessons that get them ready for the real world. As a leader, I would make sure that my teachers are aware of the student norms and make sure that they are following them and know their importance. A teacher should teach materials that are going to be relevant to help the students succeed. They need to be challenged, but try to think outside the box. Having stuff that makes them think, how am I going to do this in the real world? Thank you.